had something queued up, but it's not going to work out today, so we'll just go with the old school. What's going down? It's your boy, B-O-N-Z, a.k.a. the Smack Guy with my homeboy, Ill Will. Together, we make up the Outcast Podcast. Right now, we finna get into the show. You know what? Just to know, hey, man, this is a big alert. We got to let y'all know something, man. The name of the show from here going forward is Banging on Bookies. All right? So you know, Banging on Bookies is the name of the show because that's what we finna get into. Like I said, I'm with my boy, Ill Will. How you feeling today, Playboy?
Oh, man, it's a wonderful day. Happy to be here. I hope my followers from last night cashed them tickets and got some of that money. We'll talk about that here in a second, but I'm doing good, my brother.
That's what's up, man. We here to bang on the bookie, so let the bookie know what time it is. No, I'm not playing today. No, I'm not playing. I'm not playing with the bookie today. The bookie fitting to get the beats.
Yeah.
All right, man. So let's get right into it, man. Small slate on college basketball today, and that's where I spend the majority of my time, and my winnings come from college basketball. What jumps out on the slate from you today, fine sir?
You know what? Like you said, man, there's not a lot of basketball, but there is some games on, which means you can go cash your ticket. Saturday's the big games, the big day for basketball. There's a lot of games on Saturday, but today we're talking about today. I've only got a couple of games that I have my eye on. There's a saying, man, not all money's good money. So if you only have one or two games that you are confident in, don't do extra. The first game up is Sac State versus St. Mary's College. Sacramento State is a 14.5-point underdog. If you know anything about California, or like my boy E40 say, California, right? Sac State has been shut down. This is probably their first game back for COVID. They kind of took a step back. St. Mary's has actually had 11 games since Sac State's total of 4. 14.5 points is a lot of points. The games that Sac State has won in their short season, they look very solid, very strong. And I'm going to take Sac State. I'm leaning towards Sac State and the points. I just think they can hang around with St. Mary's. They don't have the guy named Ford no more. That was their point guard. That was their NBA player. He's gone. They got a lot of young guys. I'm going with Sac State, man. I'm going with the home team.
This is an interesting game, and as you may or may not know if you're out there watching, both of us live in Sacramento. Sacramento State is a big school. We've often felt like, hey, if we can keep the Sacramento kids here, we can really have a force there at that university. It looks like right now they're on the path towards starting to compete and changing the identity of that school into more of a sports-focused program. So I did take this game. I really wanted to get behind Sacramento since it is the home team. But upon further analysis, I'm going to have to not suggest that play. I do like the 14.5 points. So if you start to dig into the numbers, you look at what Sacramento State has done over the last 3 games, they've held their opponents to 57, 55, and 57, which tells me they're doing a pretty good job on defense. You take a deeper dive and you look at who they're playing, and they're played against the Idaho Vandals. And if you look at the Idaho Vandals,
St. Mary's,
who they played when they held them to.
Okay, right.
Now they played the same team twice, and that was the Idaho Vandals. In the game prior to the game against Sac State, scored 58 points. So it becomes a question: is Sac State really playing good defense, or is Sac State playing really terrible teams? So you look at so they haven't played anybody at all that's real this year. And you did mention the St. Mary's, a little bit more game battle tested. They had a really tough game out last time against San Diego State University, and they lost by 15. Make that 25. Bad loss. But you got to think that a team that is a pretty good team, they've been around for a minute, They should learn some lessons for that game. I think that St. Mary's is the play here. The line started at 13.5 and has actually moved to 14.5. That means a lot of money came in on St. Mary's. I think that the Sacramento State looking at 3-0. That's a little bit, that's all that glimmers isn't gold, and we're going to have to see how they look against a real team. I'll be watching this game tonight, and I'll definitely have takeaways. What I'm deciding to go with here is the under, and the unders are really low number. The under's at 123. But when I just kind of did the math in my head, and I'm looking to see if I got it, I got the under at 123. If St. Mary's is favored to win by 14.5, and if they score 65 points, they'll cover and they'll still be under. It'd be 65 plus 51. It'd be at 122, and I think they're going to stay under. That's a really low number, but I think they're going to stay under that. Sac State, like you said, they've played in a while. The offense is going to be running smoothly. So, yeah, the play for me is the under on 123. Moving on. You like any other games on the college basketball slate?
Yes, I have one more game. It's probably the game of the day. We have the Tennessee Volunteers versus Missouri, the Missouri Tigers. Missouri's having a wonderful year. They are actually playing some good basketball. When you think of Missouri, you don't think about basketball. You think about football, right? Tennessee is known for basketball. Tennessee is also known for football. So when you have two programs that are having wonderful seasons, and they're in conference play, it's going to be a real tight game. I'm leaning towards Tennessee. I feel like Tennessee has something to prove. They're playing the school who's kind of like the new kid on the block, who's not known for real good basketball. They have a couple of good recruits. And I think it's going to be a battle. But this is a battle, in my opinion, of whoever wins the recruits. I think Tennessee comes out to play. I'm taking the points, leaning to take the points -4. What about you, Smack God?
This is another game that I taped. It's actually a game I'm excited about. Tennessee is very athletic when you watch them play. They've got some upperclassmen guards who can really jump out the building. If you look at the SEC, we're talking about all the Power 5 conferences, NCAA basketball. I think the SEC is the one we know the least about. It does look like Tennessee is going to be the best team coming out of that conference, but it's looking like it's a down year. But again, we haven't seen a whole lot from them this year. So I was initially in on Tennessee, watched a couple of Missouri games, and just seeing that team is stout again. They've got size in the middle. They've got some talented guards. They can shoot the three. They slow the game down. They play at their pace. I think they're going to slow it down. Missouri's also at home. This line started at -3.5, is now at -4. So right now, if you're in on the opposite side, you've got a home underdog in a conference game, the number 12 team in the nation that is undefeated with victories over Oregon. And you're getting 4 points for them at home. I think this is going to be a nail biter. It's going to go down. I think Tennessee will probably win. I don't feel confident that they'll cover. I also don't feel extremely confident Missouri is actually going to stay within that 4. I think Tennessee is a better team. All those X factors to me says stay away. So I won't be betting this one straight up, but I will be in on the over, and the over on this one is 135 points. Tennessee, if nothing else, can score the basketball. They can put the ball inside the hoop. They got some hoopers. This game could be played at pace. I'm looking at the over. In the last week and a half, I'm 8-11 on overs. 8 out of 11 on over.
Yeah, right.
So, I've been nailing these. This should be a good game. I see why you're in on Tennessee. We'll see if they can cover.
Sounds good.
Any other games that you're into? College basketball?
Not college basketball. Like I said, there's not a lot of good games that I'm interested in. I'm just kind of doing my homework for my fans and for all of our followers on Saturday. Like I said, but those two games I'll keep an eye on.
Okay.
I have Go ahead, buddy.
On one more game today on the slate,
Okay.
and it's Xavier. Xavier's another
Mm.
interesting team, man. They're a team that if you watch college basketball, you'll notice that they're always around the tournament time, in the tournament, knocking off somebody, either a 12 seed or a 5 seed. They're knocking somebody off. This year, they've got some senior guards that you have to look out for. And it tells me watch out for them in the tournament, but also watch out for them today. They've got a guard by the name of Paul Scruggs. He's a very creative guard. He can attack. He has floaters, Euro steps, fadeaways. They got a big, tall wing who can actually knock it down. That's Zach Freemantle. They have a senior guard by the name of Nate Johnson, who's averaging 13.3 points a game, and he's knocking down 57% from three-point range. Now, it's early in the season. Let's see if that number holds up, but he's a knockdown shooter. They're matched up against Seton Hall, who is, again, another college basketball. They're not a blue blood, but they're just like a blue-collar type of team. And year after year, you see them in the mix as well. So as a recurring theme, I'm going to be going with Xavier. I like the senior guards. They're giving up 2.5 points. This is an excellent game. They're coming off of a loss to Creighton, so they're pretty pissed off. One other thing to watch out when you're watching Xavier is watch how they move without the ball. This is a very well-coached team. They're not young. They're experienced, and I think that's going to lead to victory. I'm laying the 2.5. I'm happy about that. That's a game to watch out for tonight.
Sounds good. Yeah, I don't. Xavier, Seton Hall. That's the conference game. What is the over and under on that game?
The over-under on Xavier versus Seton Hall is coming right up. The over-under on that game is 144 points.
So that's a 77 to 80 type of score. A lot of teams will get that by halftime, right? There's a reason why that is that level right there. I would actually consider, I would have to do more research, but I would kind of like the under on that game. I think Seton Hall and Xavier will kind of be it's the Big East, right? I think they're going to be in there. A Big East is known for defense. They're not a run and gun type of conference. I would really consider also on that one the under, but I'm gonna stay away from that game and just kind of watch it as a fan.
Yep, let's watch for the under. I think the under might hit. Seton Hall hasn't given up more than 68 points in regulation all season long, so right. We'll be looking out for that under. I'm not in on that under. I'm in on Xavier, but I'll be watching that plays out. All right, so moving on. You said you had NBA basketball.
Yes. Oh, yes. I got a couple of NBA games, probably the two popular games tonight with a lot of superstar action. I went 2-5 yesterday on basketball. I actually had the Sacramento Kings and the over. Sacramento Kings lost the first loss, but they went over. So tonight,
you said you went 2-5 yesterday?
2-5 on basketball. Not a good day in basketball yesterday, but I went 2-0. Oh. Hey, but I was banging on the bookies on football yesterday. 2-0. No, actually 3-0 because I took the over. So I blah blah blah.
All right, let's go. For that one, you get that. That's what you get for that. All right,
all right, my brother. But Atlanta Hawks versus the New Jersey Nets. New Jersey. Kyrie Irving is coming off of arrest. Kevin Durant is coming off of arrest. The Atlanta Hawks are hot right now. They are having Clint Capella is back. Rajon Rondo is back. This is a deep team that is actually playing defense. 7 points. Atlanta Hawks is giving up 7 points. A lot of the public money's on the Nets, as it should be, right? They have looked very good. They're probably number one in the East, but I just think that the Atlanta Hawks, with their defense, I think that they're going to keep this game within 7 points. I like the Hawks, and I like the under on that one. I'm leaning towards that. The Hawks and the under. The over and under is 239 points. And like I said before, there's going to be a lot of defense as far as the Hawks. And the Nets actually lost one of their top defenders, Spencer Dinwiddie. Heal up soon, young man. So I like the Atlanta Hawks.
Right now, that line, you're not the only one that likes the Hawks. Right now, that line has moved from 7 to 6, which tells me there's a lot of money coming in. The Hawks are featuring my dude, Trae Young, one of the most exciting guards I've ever seen, one of the greatest shooters we've ever seen. And if it wasn't for a light-skinned nigga in Oakland by the name of Steph Curry, the league would be set on fire by Trae Young because we'd have never seen anything.
Hold on.
You know what
Don't sleep on Kyrie. Don't sleep on Kyrie Irving. I think Kyrie Irving is going to show the young buck, I am the man. It's going to be a great point guard matchup, but I think Trae Young can score.
No, I'm just saying why I agree with you that Atlanta is worth a look. They're at home and they've got one of the most exciting guards and probably maybe the best shooter in the game right now. I think Trae Young's probably shooting the ball a little better than Steph Curry right now. Steph Curry with the braids can't shoot the goddamn ball. Got to take them braids out of his goddamn head. But
Kyrie Irving tonight, the prop bet is 25 points. I would actually consider taking that prop bet. Kyrie Irving is going to score tonight. He's averaging 28 points a game. He's going to have more than 25 points, especially coming off of a rest. So look at that prop bet. I'm leaning on that also.
Okay.
Really, nigga?
That's how you feel?
Yes, sir.
Really, nigga?
Having fun with this, y'all. Having fun with myself.
Shit.
I got a new toy. You know what I'm talking about. All right, man. Any other games you like in the association?
So the last game for today to keep your eye on is the Dallas Mavericks and the Charlotte Hornets. The Charlotte Hornets are coming off of a huge upset over the Nets that we just had a conversation about. And the Dallas Mavericks, oh my God, they were up by 50 points at halftime. Luka is back. I'm not sure if you read the papers, but Luka's coach actually called him into the office and said, hey, you're a little out of shape, and I think you're taking all of this fame to your head. You need to get back in the gym. I think he proved that when they were up by 50 points. The over and under on this game is 225. Combined score, the Dallas Mavericks, they average 109 points a game. And the Charlotte Hornets is a run and gun type of team, and they average 113 points a game. I think this game is going to be up and down. I like the over, and that is my stamp of the day. Cash it. Go to the bank, cash it. Over that's Mavericks and Hornets. Cash it.
That's the one?
That's the one.
That's the one. All right. You sure? Did you guys hear there?
Sound the alarm. Sound the alarm, baby.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that? I believe Willie Kane has said, he has spoken. This is the one. We're going over. We're going over. We're going over. Dallas Mavericks 25 versus the Charlotte Hornets. The Willie motherfucking you know who.
Ill will, baby.
Ill will. We getting rid of the government names if you can. No fingerprints.
No fingerprints. No fingerprints. But listen, if you go back and you watch our previous episodes, the stamp of the day is 3-0. 3-0. Actually, it's 4-0 because I took the Jets. So I'm keeping math because I want you guys to be happy. I want everybody to make money, and I want everybody to go buy their girl a steak lobster dinner. So this is my lock of the day. Charlotte Hornets.
I was with you until you said the steak lobster dinner.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
That boy crazy.
Check yourself out and get yourself a nice bottle of whiskey, man. You know what I'm talking about? So
Yeah.
in 2021, self-love, man. We need to self-love.
Hey, in 2021, man, keep following us, man, because we're gonna do some big things on this channel. You guys are following along with us, and we're doing everything organically. It's right from the mud. We love what we do, and we're successful, and we're good at it, and we're going to share everything with you guys, and let's win money together.
Let's do it. I like the sound of that. I love Buddy. Okay. What about on the college football slate, though, homie? I know it's a game you got to like over there.
You know what? Not too interested in no college football games today. There's a couple of games on. I just been so into basketball, but I am ready for the college football playoffs. We have Notre Dame versus Alabama, minus 19.5. We also have that same day, Clemson versus Ohio State, New Year's Day. Great football. We'll give you all of that information, so you better keep up with us. You better follow, and don't be slow like a snail. You feel me?
Don't be slow like a snail. I just got to say, I'll be watching the Oklahoma Sooners today, number 6 team in the nation. Started the season off a little shaky and had people looking at them a little strange with the change. But right about now, everybody got egg on their face because the Blue Bloods do what the Blue Bloods do. Oklahoma Sooners versus Florida Gators. May not put no action on it, but the Sooners are 8.5-point favorites, and the over-under is 64.5. It means there's going to be plenty of scoring, lots of fun. I'm going to grab me a beverage, light up like you know I do, and enjoy that game. You feel? Some of this.
That's right.
Some of this Biscaya.
That's right. That's right. And get to that moon, man. Get to that moon. And while you flying to the moon, make sure you cash that ticket, because we banging on bookies. We bang on bookies here, man. Bang on bookies.
Merch coming soon. Wait till you see the logo. Wait till you see it. Oh, man, I can't wait, boy. I'll come out here and show that shit come through. So, man, but I don't give a motherfucker. We gonna get this money. We gonna do our thing. We gonna make this shit happen. 2021. We only got one more show in the year of 2020. We gonna send off 2020 in style, which means tomorrow you're gonna get our college football playoff primer. You don't want to miss tomorrow's shows. I'm gonna pop a little champagne live here on camera with my nigga, and we gonna enjoy these last few games of 2020 and hit the new year running, making shmoney.
Let's get it. Shmoney, baby.
All right, man.
Banging on bookies.
Short and sweet. We about this motherfucker banging on bookies. Tomorrow, episode 1. Powered by StreamYard. Looking for that Cash App sponsorship. You know what I'm talking about? We gonna make it happen.
Yeah. Come holler at us. And you know what? You better get on this train real quick, man, because pretty soon we're gonna be on the rocket. You ain't gonna be able to catch up to us.
You dig. All right, my nigga. Good job as usual. Let's get this.
Yes, sir.
Thanks for tuning in. Check y'all out tomorrow.
All right, my brother. Talk to y'all soon. We all be safe out there.